Welcome to the XCFL Primetime Network Show. Today we've got Woody Cincy joining us once again to talk about team selections for next Friday, as well as talk about some of the team rules. So let's join Woody Cincy. Hi and hello, it's your old pal Woody Cincy, and welcome to the latest edition of XCFL Primetime's Network. So today we've got a pretty short show. We're going to keep it short and sweet. We'll talk about team selections, and then we'll talk about some of the rules, and we'll show a highlight video that teases those, and we're basically done with the show. So first, let's talk about team selections. If you haven't sent me a list of your top teams, send me that list. If you're a new owner, you might want to go all 32 teams, but we don't want you to have to rank all of them. But understand that once we make this list, I'm not going to send a lot of DMs saying, hey, you know, your team's up, pick from these teams. That's not how it's working. You'll give them a random team, and then if you want to switch to one of the 4 open teams that are available, you can do that. But we're not having teams trade with each other, and if you start pressuring somebody to give up their team, we're going to boot you from the league. That's just the bottom line. You shouldn't be sending people, if people are excited about Madden 17, don't make them feel guilty. We base this off of a couple of things. One, how long you've been here. If you've been here since day one and you've proven that your gameplay is good, you're going to be high ranked. That's just the bottom line. 2, if you make content, if you're one of the people that have been on the podcast, if you're one of the people that are making articles all the time, you're going to be ranked a little bit higher. But number one thing that we're going off of is your gameplay. So if your gameplay is questionable, you're going to be ranked down towards the bottom. So if there's been a lot of reports, or there's been interviews or suspensions, or there's been things that are happening there, obviously that means that we question whether your play call is, so we're going to put you on that list. So make sure you can keep on following the rules, make sure you create some content, and that's how we work on it for 17. No trading. Don't go to somebody and say, I'll let you win if you give me this team. That's not how it's going to work. It's just going to lead to a suspension or removal from the league. We will have 32 owners. And for those of you guys that are new, we have never had problems with having 32 owners. We booted about 42 people over the course of this year, including commissioners, including people that have just been in the league that haven't been participating or haven't been following the rules. So the second part of this is going to be about the specific rules that people are violating. The number one complaint that we've had already in these 2 weeks are people that are switching up the player zones. So it'd be like if you go to a man coverage and then you put your linebacker into a zone coverage, or you put somebody else into a specific coverage. If you excessively do that, you're going to be booted from the league or get players suspended. It's just, we're a sim league, so you couldn't be switching up every single play. If you call a cover 2, we expect you to be in a cover 2. And an example of this is the purple zones, that's what the number one people have been complaining about. You can go to purple zones if it's on a drive and you know it's 3rd and long and you know they're going to go to the flats outside. You can switch to purple zones. But if you're doing the purple zones every single time, you're going to be booted from the league. And it's pretty obvious to watch it if your guy's supposed to cover the close route and all of a sudden he's going into the deep coverage zones. So keep that in mind when you're playing. If you call a cover 3, we expect you to be in a cover 3. If you're in a cover 4, be in a cover 4. If you're in man, you better be in man. Don't put a bunch of people into different zones because you think that you know where they're going to guess to go. That's online garbage that we're not in. If you want to do that, join a league that doesn't have these specific rules. And those of you guys who are wondering, why do we have so many rules? We create almost very specific rules for people. We had one of the commissions that would go run right, run left, and then play action pass. That's his entire offense. He did that every single time. We booted him from the league. You have to set up your play action pass, and you can't do it on 3rd and long for the reason that we booted that commissioner. So you have to understand, we create these rules based off of what people are doing. And a rule that we thought was obvious is you cannot sim plays. If you're going to simulate a game, let it be sim. If you're going to play your game, play your game. Don't just, I'm going to sim the kicks because we know that the computer will probably miss one more likely than they actually do it in a live form. If you're caught doing that, you're going to get a suspension or you're going to get removed from the league. We're all adults here. That's what our goal is. If you're not an adult, if you're a teenager, you don't want to be in this league, leave the league. We don't have problems finding people. Jim is really nice about this, but I'm just telling you guys from the truth about this. We will have 32 owners. We have tons of people that have joined. Look at people that have been here since day one. Look at that list of people that we've had come in and then that have left the league. We don't have a problem. We have a problem finding the right owners, and we're going to find those right owners even if it takes us the next 10 years. So keep that in mind. Follow the rules. Make sure you read the rules. Not reading the rules and breaking them is not an excuse, saying, oh, I didn't know that was a rule. We expect you to all follow the rules once you join this league. That's why we have a set of rules, so you can read them. We're not going to baby step you along and tell you exactly what you did wrong. We're just going to start booting people. So keep that in mind as we keep on going through this. So I don't want to end on a negative note. We're going to have the tease of a video, and I want you to know, if you have questions about rules, send me a DM. Send Jim a DM. Andrew, Nick, we have Sean, we have Dan the Man. All those people that are on staff that will answer your questions. But don't wait till somebody complains about it and then say you didn't know it was in the rules. So anyways, enough of the negativity stuff. We're really excited about Madden 17. I think everybody's excited about team selections. So we're going to have a little tease here. And then next week on Friday, we plan on having that show produced. So anyways, thank you so much for joining me. And here's our highlight reel. Thank you for watching XCFL Primetime. Make sure to tune in next week for team selections. Have a great day. Good luck in week 3, everybody.